Hey y'all, I am so excited to walk you guys through my first retie on my second set of microlocs. I am showing you guys what I'm starting with here. My hair has grown out for the last 5 weeks, so this is how my hair looks after 5 weeks. And with my first set, I was going about 8 to 10 weeks in between my reties, so I'm very happy that I did not wait this long because the growth was growing. I went ahead and sectioned my hair. I'm so sorry for the crooked camera in that first frame. I braided and banded it to wash my hair, and I'm going to use Head and Shoulders because I really like Head and Shoulders. I've always dealt with a dry and itchy scalp, and I find this shampoo works the best for me. After my hair was done being washed, I diffused only the roots of my hair, and then I take my braids out before it's fully dry because I don't want my hair to set in the curl of the braid and bands, but I want my natural curl to come through, so I take them out. These are the tools that I'm using. I'm using 2 different size interlocking tools, some duck clips because I find the smaller ones hold my hair a little better than the larger ones, some scrunchies to put around the sections of hair that I'm not doing, and then a comb with the metal in just because it parts a lot better for me. Right here you see my hair after about 2.5 hours of consistently standing in front of the mirror and retying my hair. I only really stand in front of the mirror for the back of my hair because this typically gets the most undefined over time, and I like to be able to really see how I'm parting my hair. This is my hair after about a total of 10 hours for that day. I was able to get through a lot, which I was very shocked by. I was able to keep a lot of my parting, but again, I'm not big on that. If you have a defined grid, this does help you when it comes to parting. This is the next day. I'm just showing you guys where I'm starting at. A lot of people have asked me how I do the back of my hair, and honestly, I just sit in a chair and do it. I just make sure to section off each lock as much as I can to where I don't feel any hair is going into the lock. I clip it off, and then I just get to doing the 2-point rotation. For the most part, this did take me practice in the beginning. I didn't start doing this until I was probably a year out of doing my microlocs. Outside of that, I was sitting in front of the mirror, looking in the mirror the entire time for each lock. But now, because I kind of know what the lock should feel like around the base and things like that, I don't have to sit in front of the mirror looking at each lock, knowing how to interlock it. So I'm just kind of showing you guys what that looks like for me typically to do it. And because I'm pregnant, I'm not about to stand in front of the mirror to do my full retie. My ankles would be out of control with the swelling if I did that. So after working on my hair for about 2.5, 3 days, I finally made it to the front of my hair, and I'm going to walk you guys through how I do a 2-point rotation on my locks. Of course, we're going to separate the hair. We want to make sure that we don't have any extra hair going into the lock that is not necessary, that is not a part of the part. I am going to show you guys the difference between 2, 3, and 4-point rotation. 2-point means you're going through the lock at 2 different points. So for me, I'm going through the side and down, side and down. For 3-point, you'll be going through the lock at 3 different points. So usually that's side, down, and you just repeat that over and over and over again. And for a 4-point rotation, you're going to go through the lock at 4 different points. So there's usually side up, side down, side up, side down, because you typically want to end your last rotation going down so that your lock lays flat. One thing I can say about the 2-point rotation is because my hair is curly and I would say somewhat fine. I know my hair is thick, but I would say it's slightly fine. Not all the time does my hair lay flat on that last rotation. I do believe that with a 4-point rotation, because it creates a tighter lock, that it helps your locks to lay a little bit more flat when you do your rotations as a 4-point versus a 2-point. I also do not like my locks to be super tight, so if there is still some space, but I can tell that it's going to be a struggle to get my lock tool to go through, I'm not going to do that last rotation. I'll try to remember on the next go around where I ended off at, but for the most part, if I end going down and I know that I don't have enough room to do 2 more rotations, I'm stopping there. I'll deal with the space because I truly don't like for my locks to be too tight. So I may speed up the rest of this when I get to the next lock, just so you guys can kind of watch how I'm doing it. But like I said, I'm just going through my lock at 2 points. For me, as you're looking at the camera, I'm going back and down. So I'm going towards the back of my hair for the first point, down my hair for the second point. Now, if you want your hair parted in this particular way, you would just make sure that you do your rotations in such a way that your hair will either lay to the right or the left. Now we have finally made it to the very last lock, so a round of applause, because I was very surprised that I finished my retie so quickly. I really thought that it was going to take me longer, but I think having less locks and just doing this for already 2 years in the past, it really was kind of a no-brainer, and I really hit my flow state, as the people say, when I was doing the back of my hair, and I was moving pretty quickly. So again, I am doing the 2-point rotation for this last lock, and then we're just going to wrap this up. Here are the final results of my first retie with my second set of micro locks. We have about 450-ish locks. My parting is the best that it's going to get with me doing my hair myself. I would say this took me a total of about 19 hours to get it all done. Thanks for sitting with me and joining me on this video. If you have any questions, please put them down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.